Hey everyone, I'm Shan with Seasons Change Productions. It's raining outside today. Wanted to get in an afternoon hunt, but it's pouring down pretty good. So instead I thought I'd put together a little video on how I sharpen a VPA 200 grain 3-blade broadhead. I'm gonna show you how I sharpen mine today, and hopefully you learned something. All right, so here we are in my little garage workshop that I've converted into my archery shop. Like I said, I shoot VPA broadheads. I like to shoot the VPA 200 grain broadheads. They're just really solid. The machining, as you can see, they're just one piece machined. They come out of the package pretty sharp, or at least with a good edge to them, and then you just kind of touch it up, get it to where it's hair popping sharp. So tools that I use are this file. I bought it in Ace Hardware. I think it's a 12-inch mill bastard file. I like to use the little AP brush, and I scrub the filings off of the file. Kind of preserves the life of the file and keeps it running for you longer. Another thing I picked up is this KME sharpener's stone. So it's a ceramic bench stone, and the one that I have is medium fine. I'm sure you could probably get a finer edge with something that's more that's finer, but this one, it really does the trick for me, so I haven't seen a need to go to anything else. And then the last thing that you really, you don't really need this, but it just helps with the, on the stone here, and then you can use it on the file. It floats the metal particles so that your file doesn't get jammed up, and then floats the particles on the stone too, so it kind of keeps it clean. This is Dan's honing oil, but I think really any honing oil would do fine. All right, so just getting started, jumping right into it. I'll take my AP brush here and just scrape away this file, and I can see the little metal particles that I'm scraping out of it from the last time I sharpened, just getting cleaned out of there. And then also if there's any other debris on the file, this thing will really clean it out to make sure you're not developing anything weird on your blades. All right, and then jumping into sharpening the actual broadhead. Like I said, I literally just pulled this one out of the package. What I do is I'll start with forward and reverse strokes on each side. Since this one's brand new and it has a pretty good edge to it, I'm just gonna do 5 strokes on each side and flip in between the strokes. And then I'll continue to go and work my way down to 2, and then I'll work my way over to the stone. If this were a broadhead that I'd shot through a deer or had shot into some rocks or something that was gonna bust it up a little more, I would probably go to 6 or 8 strokes, but since it's brand new, I'm not gonna be pushing super heavy. I'm just gonna try and get the edge on this guy, so I'll show you how I do it. So 1 forward, 1 back, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all I do is grab the broadhead, and then I rotate it counterclockwise, grab onto the next one, and start pushing again. And while I'm pushing on the broadhead, I try and hold on to the center of it right there. And I just kind of put even pressure on it so that I'm getting the top portion and the bottom portion of the blades there as even as possible, okay? And that's the easiest thing about the 3-blade is you just put some even pressure right on the top. So like I said, I like to grab it onto the top there, and then push it straight down, bring it straight back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then rotate, boom, just like that, and on to the next side. All right, so now I've done 5 strokes on the 3 sides. I'm gonna work my way down to 4 strokes. This is the side that I started with originally. 1, 2, 3, 4, and flip it. And as you do these, you kind of get progressively lighter as you go, so that each side you're kind of building up that burr, and then all you're trying to do is even it out and knock it off. So it doesn't take a lot of pressure. All right, the next step for me is to use this medium fine stone. So just like with the file, I like to brush it off. Make sure I don't have any excess particles on there. Then I'll take a little bit of this Gans honing oil, just a little couple drops right on there. Kind of apply that across the file. Does not have to be perfect. I'm no expert, but I shot a decent number of deer now with my bow, and this seems to get my broadheads perfectly sharp, and they seem to retain the edge very well. So now that I got this file lubed up, I'll go back to 3 strokes on each side and just pressing extremely lightly now. So flip her over. Down to 2. And now finally down to 1. And now this thing should be pretty dang sharp. So let's see if I can get a little demonstration here for you. And that is absolutely, let's see if I can get her to focus, absolutely sharp enough to hunt with. Sometimes I will get a little crazier with these and really spend some time on that stone, hone them down to where they're hair popping sharp. But if I'm in a hurry, that'll get it done. And I mean, I think that was just a couple minutes to get it done. When I do continue to sharpen this thing, I'll just continue to do single strokes, super lightly on the stone. And you can almost get like a mirror finish on the blades. Get them to where they're just absolutely scary sharp. You can also just do some drags, try and knock that burr off the edge. Super light. And that'll do it for you.